Hey guys, what's up? This is Ben Golliver for SB Nation. I'm here with Paul Flannery. Against all odds, we made it from San Antonio to Miami.
All odds.
I don't know about you, my day was incredibly long. I was driving halfway across Texas. But guess what? We got rewarded with a freaking amazing Game 6, did we not?
One of the best games I've ever seen,
Yeah.
Ben. And I've been privileged to see a lot of great games over my career, and this was one that just took your breath away. We're going to talk a lot about the mistakes that were made, the things that were done, but I mean, the Spurs had it.
Yeah.
They lost it. They had it again.
Yeah.
They lost it again.
Oh, yeah.
And then in overtime, I couldn't tell what was going to happen.
And what's amazing is just the stakes at play, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody could feel how important it was as that fourth quarter unfolded. LeBron picks up his intensity level, his effectiveness. All of a sudden, Tony Parker comes back. You know, he's got the steal, he's got the step back three-pointer, he's got the
Great shot, unbelievable shot.
The finish on the run. I mean, it was just basically, Titans going back and forth. Tim Duncan, we'd be remiss to even forget to talk about him. His first half was unbelievable. I mean, how far did he throw that back to, like his teenage years?
25 points in the first half. I'm a connoisseur of old man basketball, being around the Celtics for a long time. That was unlike anything I've ever seen.
Well, that was absolutely ridiculous. And if you told any Spurs fan that he was going to do that, they would have said they would have taken it to the bank.
Yeah.
They win that game. They're the champions. They go home with the fifth ring of Duncan's career. But it didn't happen. Why didn't it happen? Well, Ray Allen, three-point king himself, steps up, 5.2 seconds left. Offensive rebound. They get it out to him. He sets his feet. Bam.
Bam. And I love Ray Allen. I've talked to him so many times over the years about his process in these situations. Ben, the guy doesn't aim.
Yeah.
He doesn't aim. He trusts his form and his shot and his legs, and he feels like if he gets it up in the air, it's going down. Can you imagine that?
It's like full body muscle memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's on a different level. He was so calm. I mean, some of the clutch performances down the stretch was just unbelievable. And I think it really did start with LeBron James turning it on from sort of a slow, unsteady first three quarters to a 16-point fourth quarter barrage where he led the comeback. Popovich didn't really counter to start that fourth quarter. He kind of left Duncan on the bench. He caught a lot of second guessing. I mean, that's how you know it was a really good game. When Greg Popovich is getting second guessed, I mean, you know there's got to be a lot of angles here, right?
A lot of second guessing, and you know what? I mean, you talk to San Antonio people, they'll say, this is how they play.
Yeah.
They don't foul up three.
Yeah.
They take Duncan out late in the game
Yeah.
because they like to switch on screens. The guys aren't getting threes and mismatches. That's how they play. They got burned tonight, but my thing is if that's how you play, if that's your process and you do it, you take the results as they come.
Yeah. LeBron said he didn't want to leave any bullets in the chamber in the fourth quarter. I think Popovich is basically thinking strategically, same thing, right? He's going to go out the same way he normally goes in, and it just didn't work out for them this time. The aftermath here is so big because, I mean, Manu Ginobili practically looked like he was going to start crying in his post-game press conference.
Crying,
I'm not trying
honestly.
really.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not,
I really do.
We're not trying to make light of it. We're not trying to bag on the guy. He was very sad, used the word quote-unquote devastated. He said he wasn't sure how they were going to be able to pull themselves back together in just a quick 48-hour turnover before Game 7 to get back up emotionally, ready to go against the Heat on the road, no less. And Miami's got all the momentum because not only did Ray Allen hit that three, not only did LeBron finally work through some of those mental things, but Chalmers played big, and Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh was great.
Yeah.
He was great. He was one of the best players on the floor. Ben, I mean, a lot of us are sitting here saying it's going to be a blowout in Game 7. I'm a little worried about Duncan. I think Duncan threw his best shot tonight. He's 37 years old. You only get so many of these things. You cannot tell me the Spurs aren't going to come out and give it everything they got.
Not only that, Danny Green, we need you to come back. You were awesome for the first 5 games.
Where'd you go, Danny?
You disappeared for Game 6. Please come back for Game 7 because what we don't want a classic series like this to end. We don't want it to end in a blowout.
No.
We don't want it to be a 15 points. We want it to be down to the end because Game 6, this is going to go down, I think, as one of the best games of the decade, 2 decades, 3 decades.
This era, no question about it. I don't think we're going to see a blowout. It may end up being a 10, 15-point game. I think we're going to see a close game.
Yeah.
And then at some point, Miami may pull away, and they may put the finishing touches on this thing. But it would not shock me at all if this came down to the wire. I don't think it will be as well played as this one tonight. That was a part of it, man. It was a fantastically played game. I was there in 2010 when the Celtics and Lakers played Game 7. I have never felt such tension in my entire life during a basketball game. I felt like I couldn't breathe, and I was sitting up in the balcony. I can't imagine. And the players said that too. It was not a great, aesthetically pleasing game to watch, but it was a great game.
I was going to say, Kobe Bryant couldn't breathe that night either.
No. No.
Yeah, I think he missed more shots in that game than everybody on both teams missed tonight. But anyway, we got ourselves an instant classic here on Tuesday night. Who knows what's going to come on Thursday? We can't wait.
No.
And we'll be back to talk about it afterwards. This is Ben Golliver and Paul Flannery for SBNation.com. Be sure to subscribe to SB Nation on YouTube and check out SBNation.com/NBA.